Andy Reid, because Andy Reid has not only gotten the best out of him early in his career, but we're seeing a different Patrick Mahomes the last couple of years than we saw when he first started.
And not only does he have the personality to relate to his players and to build those relationships, he's also a damn good football coach.
Yes.
These last 8 playoff games the Chiefs have played in, they've scored a touchdown on the opening drive every single time. 6 touchdowns, 2 field goals. I'm sorry, I misspoke. 6 touchdowns, 2 field goals. Now, I'm not a betting man. We are in Las Vegas. I mean, 8 out of 8 is pretty darn good. It's going to be interesting to see if they score on that first drive tonight.
I've always felt like a man's biggest competitor is one's own ego. And I'm not just talking about the players, it's also coaches. A smart coach will come in and say, you know what, it's my way or the highway. But if you look at the offenses for Andy Reid over the past handful of years, really over the course of his career, he has changed and adjusted every single season. A few years ago, we thought this would continue to be a high-flying offense. They'll score 45 points and beat anybody. This last season, they're old school, hard-nosed, gritty, hand the ball off to Pacheco, 3 yards in a cloud of dust. That's the coach saying, you know what, I have a style that I want to play, but if my team looks differently, I'll adjust my coaching to what they do best.
Nate, that's what I want to play off of in asking Coach Cowher. Each coach has got to be himself. Andy Reid will hold them accountable, but he's not the kind of guy who's going to just suffocate them with his way. There's that latitude to give them to do what they do best.
He identifies what the strengths of his teams are, and he will try to make every attempt to make sure that he feeds off of that. And I'll say this on the other side of it. For Kyle Shanahan, 7th year, 4 championship games, 2nd Super Bowl appearances. Both these coaches know how to relate to their players. Both these coaches know how to take the strengths of their teams and build off of that.
Coach, did you say it took him 21 years to go to his first Super Bowl?
To win his first Super Bowl.
To win his first Super Bowl. I feel like in today's world, we don't give people that type of time anymore to develop, to get there, you know? 21 years to win your first Super Bowl. In today's world, that's a long time.
And one of our guys here who has called a number of games and seen a number of coaches, talk a little about Kyle Shanahan and what does he bring to the table, Phil?
Well, he brings many things. I think Kyle is an underrated leader of men. I think he's really true and tough on his players. So he tells them what he expects, and if they live up to it, they like him. But the biggest thing is, just like his dad, they know how to adjust their offense according to the talent. And this is about, if I was judging it, just say, this is about the 5th different offense I've seen Kyle Shanahan run. Because he got Brock Purdy, he works to his strengths, and it's worked well with every quarterback he's had.
You know, the other part of this from both of these teams is they are physical on offense. And especially the last 2 years for Kansas City without Tyreek Hill, they want to run the football. I would not be surprised if you told me that Isaiah Pacheco would be Super Bowl 58 MVP when this game is over with, simply because Andy has committed to the run. He's taken a lot of pressure off of Patrick Mahomes. The other thing I will say, watching tape of the Kansas City offense, I am not sure what Travis Kelce is doing. I really have no idea. I mean, and as a quarterback, I always wanted to know where my guy was going to be. Telepathic is what you said.
Telepathy, football telepathy. Him and Patrick Mahomes have that.
It is amazing to watch it.
It's like working with you.
I bet.
You got to figure it out.
Gotta figure it
And
out.
now live from the TikTok tailgate right outside the stadium with the world premiere of their new single, Purple Irises, Grammy Award winner, superstar Gwen Stefani, and 5-time CMA Male Vocalist of the Year, Blake Shelton.
Gwen.
But if someone comes along and tries to love you like I love you, don't know what I do, don't want to lose you. Everything fades, and everything dies. Put me in a vase, but you can't stop time. It's not 1999, but this face is still mine. The way you look at me, I swear my heart hits rewind. But if someone
Everybody get their banking done?
Let's go, drive, we gotta go.
Someone's in a hurry. And 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi.
Can we go?
Yeah, faster. Oh, no, siree. You see, I get discounts for my safe driving with Snapshot from Progressive. You should see my savings. They're nuts.
You told us he was a skilled wheelman.
No, I'm a wheelman. His family name on my mother's side. What? Irish.
Dude, dog food in the fridge?
It's not dog food. It's Fresh Pet. Real meat, real veggies.
Real weird.
He was bad luck anyway.
There's challenges, and I love overcoming challenges.
When Better Money Habits content first started coming out, it expanded what I could do. For Special Olympics athletes with developmental needs,
thousands of Bank of America employees like Scott spend countless hours volunteering to teach people how to reach their financial goals.
It felt good. It felt like I could take on the whole world.
What would you like the power to do?
I'm bougie. I'm like $7 bougie.
The all-new $7 deal lovers menu at Pizza Hut. Choose your $7 faves 7 days a week.
Because it's only a deal if you love it.
No one out-pizzas the Hut.
CBS tomorrow.
Federal agent!
NCIS returns tomorrow starting at 9/8 Central, part of CBS Premiere Week on CBS.
Boom, 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 boom.
What do you do?
No rewardist.
What is that?
Well,
that sounds made up.
it is not.
Tracker premieres tonight, immediately after Super Bowl 58 on CBS.
All you gotta do is be you. Nobody here in the dog got anything different. All people alone. All right? The way that we're gonna win this game is by playing together. Individual game.
Mitä tuolla?
Snellmanin rapea viinikeike. Ravintolatason uutuus.
I want to bust out this suit and run through a brick wall right now. That's Fred Warner, the leader on this team. Some say the heartbeat of this team, and they have so many guys on this roster on defense and on offense. Speaking of offense, you sat down with Christian McCaffrey, and Christian McCaffrey is one of those guys that you lean on in so many different ways.
When I talked to him, one of the things that I asked him, I said, you guys have so many playmakers on offense. You got Debo, you got Ayuk, you got Kittle, you got C-Mac. I said, is there any point where one of you guys is saying, hey, I need more touches, or hey, I need the ball more, because there's only one football. Kind of like basketball, there's only one ball, there's only one football. He said that's the beauty of this team, is that not one single time, truthfully, has anybody ever said, I need more touches. It's all about the team, and that's pretty incredible.
The great thing about a West Coast offense, no matter how many derivatives you may run of it, it's all about spreading the football around. Very rarely do you have a Jerry Rice in the middle of this, but they have 4 guys that you can go to, Brandon Ayuk being one of those. And I'm telling you, Brock Purdy has figured it out, just like Joe Montana did, just like Steve Young did, and all the other guys that are playing in this offense around the NFL right now. Think of those coaches that were on Mike Shanahan's staff when they were all in Washington, and what their offenses are now doing in the NFL.
Well, you know, you talk about Christian McCaffrey, I got to say this. First, he's a running back, he's a receiver, he's a decoy.
That's key. That's key. The decoy is key.
Yeah, and what is Kansas City going to do? When they blitz, are you going to cover him man-to-man? What do you do when he goes outside, lines up as a wide receiver? Do you send a linebacker out there, or do you make one of your corners stay out and change your defense? And I think the biggest thing is, this is the last game of the year. Christian McCaffrey, you don't worry about his touches, you use him big time.
Yeah, the one thing I said about Christian McCaffrey, he's the identity of this offense. It starts with stopping him first. He's a threat in the passing game, he's a threat in the running game, and the running game is everything that this offense is built around. Once they get that going, everything else feeds off it. But Christian McCaffrey is a catalyst to this offense.
You're right about that. Wait a minute, guys. Something's coming in. I'm being told we got a developing story. Not sure if you guys heard about this already. Matter of fact, we're going to bring it to you right here, right now.
Tommy, Antonia, how's Pizza Hut? Are we looking at a new item here?
Sweet and heat.
There's a new power couple blurring the lines between sports and pop culture.
Sweet and Heat.
Oh my God, fam, emergency video.
Antonia Gentry and Tommy DeVito are together.
Tommy Cullens, man. This is amazing.
Let's give it Sweet and Heat.
Sweet and Heat's got my algorithm bugging.
I got my hot honey and my cup pepperoni.
It's cupping season.
This is my Roman Empire. Sources tell me Antonia is going to meet Tommy's parents.
They are so in love with each other.
Am I going to be a sports fan now?
This guy's definitely outkicked his coverage.
I'm fully obsessed with them.
They would have good babies.
Sweet and Heat ate and left no crumbs.
Did y'all hear what JB just said?
Hashtag couple goals.
Wait, do they think we're a couple? I was talking about the hot honey. Oh, you have nothing to say?
Pizza Hut's new hot honey pizza and wings. The first flavor to make you say,
Pizza what, huh?
no one out pizzas the Hut.
Swipe up to watch my mukbang. I don't even know what I just said.
JB, there's no way you've had a TikTok this whole time and
This
none of
whole
us know
time?
what you're talking about.
This
Come
whole
on.
time, JB, did you say Sweet and Heat ate and left no crumbs?
What? Algorithm bugging? What is going on?
Algorithm bugging is crazy.
You're hip, JB. I'm saying, I'm just saying.
No, your boy's square. My daughter.
No, he likes to act like he's square, but you know he wants to be in the middle of it.
My daughter asked me not to do this because she said, Dad, you know what? You thought you were hip one day, but you haven't been hip in a while, and you're not hip now. So what can I say?
You got it. I heard you say standing on business earlier.
Yeah.
You're up with it.
Sammy Smith, the writer. Go ahead.
Who knew he had a TikTok account? Who knew?
And JB, you are hip. I mean, you got a new hip.
That counts. Nate, take it.
All right, listen, we'll be back. Super Bowl 58 right around the corner. It's going down right here on CBS.
You have been watching the NFL Today at the Super Bowl on CBS Sports. Delivered by Pizza Hut.
What's coming up on our CBS Mornings postgame?
We got Super Bowl halftime highlights.
We got the best ads.
And we got Jon Stewart.
We got a surprise guest from the winning team. CBS Mornings on 3. 1, 2, 3. CBS Mornings.
CBS Fridays.
End your week with crimes and fire.
I'm Action 8 Chief Meteorologist Shane Butler. When dangerous weather threatens our area, we go Code Red on Action 8. Code Red means there's a significant threat for deadly storms. We don't go Code Red for every bad weather day, but when we do, you know it's serious.
Come on, get that rain. Get that rain. We're going to get the rain this year. Let's do it.
You care more about that ring than this ring. You have time to do this, but not enough time to take me shopping? I want a divorce. And I'm taking my baby.
You better call the Isaac Law Firm.
For over 15 years, we've been fighting for the rights of men. You are not her doormat. Call the Isaac Law Firm.
Don't miss your chance to win at Victoryland Casino. We're open 24/7, so come on in for nonstop gaming action. You'll find the latest, hottest, most exciting games around, and you'll love the fun bonuses and big jackpots. Plus, you can watch and wager on horse and greyhound races from all over the world. Your best bet for big wins is just minutes away at Victoryland Casino, where you can be a winner too. Victoryland Casino, located off I-85 exit 22 in Shorter, Alabama. Must be 21 or older.
Dude, you seen this new video?
That's good.
Being forced to watch a 10-minute video is hard. Hiring Morgan & Morgan for your injury is easy.
Oh, that's the wrong video.
Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, is easy.
Does all of this digital marketing have you confused or overwhelmed? Let WAKA Digital help. Tell us who you want to reach, and we'll create a multi-channel digital marketing strategy customized just for you. Your potential customers will start to see your video display ads while streaming their favorite shows on their smartphones, TVs, tablets, and computers. Ads designed to get them to visit your business or website. This is just the beginning of what WAKA Digital can do for your business. For more information, contact us today.
Providing more of everything since 1955. Max Credit Union.
NFL Today at the Super Bowl on CBS Sports is presented by Geico.
I know the guys don't think I have any hip in me, but let me just tell you, with Steve Aoki's pulse-raising remix still in the air, the spotlight now shifts to Las Vegas, where Super Bowl 58 is charged with the electric promise of a legendary rematch. Allegiant Stadium stands as a beacon of modern spectacle, ready, folks, to witness the San Francisco 49ers drive for redemption against the Kansas City Chiefs' quest for a dynasty. As we welcome you back here to the NFL Today at the Super Bowl, presented by Geico. Folks, we are just about 90 minutes away from kickoff, and the excitement around this matchup could not be more exhilarating, and I know the guys are feeling the vibes as well.
Yes, we are. Listen, this stadium I love the way it looks. It's up there. The fans are close to the field. So if it's as loud as it is in our ears right now, it's going to be exciting. But real quick, Brock Purdy, aggressive defense by Kansas City. How does he handle it? Does he not get engulfed? And can they beat this man-to-man coverage by Kansas City, which is maybe the best in the NFL?
It really is, Phil. And the one thing about a Super Bowl is you realize when you come on the field, all the stars
Cody.
What if one of the biggest moves of Super Bowl Sunday was taxes? Yeah, taxes. The TurboTax Super Bowl file.
The all-new Hot Honey Pizza and Wings. It's where sweet meets heat. And the first new flavor to make you say, Pizza what? Dude! Don't miss out. Pizza what?
This armor belongs to me. The ones who are still in the fight.
Ghosts is back.
Shouldn't it be Ghosts are back? Did we ever really leave?
If Thor could leave, Thor would be at big game, even though Vikings rarely invited.
Ghosts. The new season begins Thursday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
Allegiant Stadium is a whole mood with the world-renowned Cascade on the ones and twos. I know the guys are asking, JD, do you know that? Donnie Simpson taught me something. Making history as the Super Bowl's first in-game DJ, fellas. Cascade is turning every moment into an instant vibe. And as we welcome you back to the NFL today at the Super Bowl, it's important to remember that there's history to be made on the field tonight, and that's got to be running through the players' minds as they get ready for this one, Boom.
You know what? Without question, when we talk about X factors, how about the kicking game in this particular game? You have Jake Moody, the rookie out of Michigan, and then you also have the doink cam inside the uprights, which is amazing. And watch Harrison Butker kick the ball right through it. Here you go. You're going to see a replay right there. Hitting the upright. It's going to be amazing. If it does come down to the kickers, there's no question right now that the Kansas City Chiefs certainly have the advantage.
I think X factors in this game, I like Spags and those Chiefs DBs. Trent McDuffie, Justin Reed, those guys on the back end. He loves to bring them. Against Lamar Jackson and the Ravens, he blitzed 20 times. 12 of those 20, he brought a DB on the blitz. I think he's going to do it again today. Try and heat Brock Purdy up, but we all know Brock Purdy very good against the blitz.
As we were sitting there looking at Joe Montana, you know, he had ice in his veins. These two quarterbacks have shown that they have ice in their veins as well. But the question is, will there be a moment where each quarterback kind of takes the game and put it on their shoulders? You know, you have to resist that urge. Patrick Mahomes, for so long in his career, has always taken that moment and said, you know, I'm going to rise to the occasion. Offense is not moving. I'll extend the play of my legs. I'll throw a sidearm. I might throw across my body and get the team going. Brock Purdy has always played within himself. When he didn't, he had a 3-game losing streak. How will they manage their own egos when it comes to making the big plays in the big moments?
You know, and I think in this game, the one thing you want to walk out of it is have no regrets. I think that always leads you into having a more of an aggressive attitude. Leave nothing in the bag. I think you're going to see these teams have something in the second half of this game, because the winner of this game the last 3 years has been a team that's been behind in the fourth quarter, having some little thing. A guy I would look for him, Rashee Rice. Trial by Travis Kelce. He's got 22 receptions in the playoffs, and Rashee Rice has 20. So he's become a guy right now Patrick Mahomes feels very comfortable to go to, a guy who's very electric after the catch. To me, he's a guy that could be a big factor in this game.
Yeah, you would think they'll take care of Travis Kelce. That's easier said, harder to do. But there's so many points that we want to make about the game. Yeah. San Francisco's defensive line. I think they have to play much better than they did during the season, and really what they've shown in the playoffs so far. They're giving up 159 yards in the 2 playoff games each game. So when I look at it, Nick Bosa, Eric Armstead, those two have to be really good today, I think, for San Francisco to win.
Coach on what JJ said, because you commented at the AFC Championship game how they manage their emotions in a big game. Patrick's been there. Brock Purdy has not. While he's been really calm, this is a whole different thing. I just hated up to
I'm getting married in these.
He's touched so many lives.
I mean, just look at us.
From cars to home to jewelry, it's easy to Geico.
I'm bougie. I'm like $7 bougie.
The all-new $7 deal lovers menu at Pizza Hut. Choose your $7 faves 7 days a week.
Because it's only a deal if you love it.
No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Hold up. Instantly? DraftKings showing up big for the Super Bowl. You got me feeling like Jimmy Johnson in the 90s. Only thing else I gotta say is, how about them instant bonus bets?
Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and turn a $5 Super Bowl bet into $200 instantly in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
Nailed it.
From the moment it leaves the factory, critical parts of your engine are building up deposits. And at Valvoline, preventing these damaging deposits isn't enough. We've revolutionized a way to reverse them. Introducing Valvoline Restore and Protect. The first and only motor oil that returns pistons to factory clean by removing up to 100% of deposits with continuous use. Restore your engine to perform like new. With Restore and Protect. Another first from Valvoline.
This looks like an actual farm.
It looked cute on the app.
Eyes that buy the build the boats, and eyes that buy the sailor, eyes that buy the catch the fish, and take them home the
Meanwhile, at a Verbo, when other vacation rentals aren't what they're cracked up to be, try one where you know what you'll get.
The all pizza and wings. It's where sweet meets heat. And the first new flavor to make you say, Pizza Dude! Don't miss out. Pizza what?
What started with a bang will go out big.
That was incredible. Where are you going?
To hit the showers. Apparently I'm a jock now.
The final season of Young Sheldon, Thursday only on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
All right, I only have 15 seconds before I have to get back. What's coming up on our CBS Mornings postgame?
We got Super Bowl halftime highlights.
We got the best ads.
And we got Jon Stewart.
We got a surprise guest from the winning team. Oh, that's the perfect show. Okay, let's break it down. The CBS Mornings on 3. 1, 2, 3. CBS Mornings.
Yes.
Hey, folks, there it is once again, an impressive sight. Indeed it is, and we're seeing it firsthand inside Allegiant Stadium. The impressive home of the Las Vegas Raiders, standing on the edge of history as the host of Super Bowl 58 between the Niners and the Chiefs.
That's right, and there's a couple of my co-anchors of CBS Mornings, Tony DeCopo and, of course, Gail King. It's all week from Sunday to Sunday. We're giving you pregame coverage, of course, the game. And then we will see you tomorrow morning, bright and early, breaking down the game on CBS Mornings. Make sure you tune in. We got you covered.
And hopefully they're listening to this so they won't ask you this tomorrow morning. They no longer irrelevant in any way. Brock Purdy returns to the city where he was taken with the last pick of the 2022 NFL Draft. Folks, now he's ready to lead the Niners to the Lombardi Trophy, and as he told Boomer earlier this week, playing with a chip on his shoulder has always served him well.
With the 262nd pick, the San Francisco 49ers select Brock Purdy, a quarterback from Iowa State.
So you are Mr. Irrelevant, the final pick in your draft. How's it feel to be back in Las Vegas?
Yeah, I thought about it. You know, obviously you get drafted last, everyone sort of overlooks you and all that kind of thing, and you gotta make your way. You gotta fight, try to make the team, and obviously when you get thrown in as a starter, like trying to find your way and make your way. But now here we are back in Vegas for the whole thing, so I'm very thankful.
What did it mean to see your family react the way that they did when they heard your name called?
It was sweet, yeah, just to see them jump and hug, and everyone was crying and stuff. I mean, I just got drafted last, and they were going crazy like that, but it was a special moment.
Jimmy Garoppolo's headed for the locker room. Wow.
When did you realize that you could do this?
I'd probably say, probably at some point during camp. We're going against guys like Dre Greenlaw and Fred Warner, and I was making some throws and stuff at practice where I was like, okay, I can fit this ball in that window and manage this offense. Like, I know I can do this. And then sure enough, I got thrown in against Miami week 13. We started making plays and balling, and we ended up winning, and then you get to win against Tom Brady the next week. So after that, and that's when I really knew.
Good play, my man. You played great. Keep it up. Appreciate it. Going. Sir, I will. Appreciate it.
There's a narrative, okay? The narrative, system quarterback, game manager. You hear these narratives. Does that fuel the fire in your belly?
A little bit. For me, I really don't buy into the noise. I think it's more of, a compliment to a quarterback to say that you can go in and run the system well. And play with that fire and the chip on my shoulder that I have my whole life. And I feel like if I have the respect of the guys in the locker room, that's all that matters.
With the comeback for the ages, the 49ers are going back to the Super Bowl.
Heck of a game manager. Wow. Managed the heck out of that game, boy.
Game managing means you have to come back and lead your team from behind. And you did it in the playoffs against not only the Packers, but you did it against the Lions.
There's games and moments where you have to prove it, the game isn't easy. It's a physical sport for 4 quarters. Things are going to go good, things aren't going to go well. And it's how you respond to it, and that's when you earn guys' respect. So, the last 2 games in the playoffs, being able to show the guys that, I think it was huge.
Okay, so Super Bowl 58 is over, and the 49ers are
champions.
I love that. He said champions right there at the end. He's cool, calm, and collected, guys. This whole game manager narrative is idiotic because when you're a quarterback and you're playing in a very intricate offense like the 49ers run, it's about formations, checks at the line of scrimmage, snapping ball when the guy is at the right spot after he's been in motion, shifting, reading defenses, playing above yourself, and he has done all of that and more in these 2 years, and his teammates absolutely love this guy.
His teammates do love him, and he has plenty of weapons around him. I don't think you can punish him because he has phenomenal teammates around him. And here we see on the other side, we got Mr. Irrelevant playing in a Super Bowl in only his 2nd year, and then we got this guy. 6 AFC championships in 6 years, and his 4th Super Bowl in 5 years coming up. Man, has he really done it all. Tonight's going to be one heck of a game to watch.
As we look at these 2 quarterbacks, boom, I got to steal something off of your play that you said to start the show. You said this is dynasty versus destiny. That guy right there is looking for the dynasty to continue to keep going. And of course, Brock Purdy is trying to live in his destiny. One thing I do know about these 2 quarterbacks, they got fire in their eyes. It's a different feeling. Phil, we were talking about your Super Bowl, and I said, how was it the night before? I said, were you worried? Were you anxious? And what did you tell me?
I was relaxed. I stayed up and watched TV almost the whole night. For some reason, it just felt good, and I wasn't nervous.
And I get that feeling from Patrick Mahomes.
Yes.
And Brock Purdy, tell me I'm wrong. I feel like they're right in the same zone.
And the only thing I'd say is for Brock Purdy, it's the first time he's been on this stage. He's a young guy, 3rd youngest to ever be at a Super Bowl. I've watched Ben Roethlisberger be in the same stage. It is about being able to process information, and the guy that has to help him is Kyle Shanahan. They have gotten off at slow starts. They've scored 7 points in the first half of these first 2 games. They cannot afford to get behind this Kansas City Chiefs team today. So get off to a fast start. A lot of that onus goes on Kyle Shanahan to get him in a good position.
Yeah, listen, to Brock Purdy, I'm not going to say it's the pressure's on him. The focus is on him. If they lose the game, it's going to be about him. There's no doubt about it. But that's the NFL today. The quarterback, you got to understand, you play in these big games. If you lose, then you just got to take the
pressure's on the play calling.
Well,
that's not on the quarterbacks. It's on the play calling.
Howie Long's son, Chris Long, said Brock Purdy is a game executive. And folks, well, we know that is Mr. Executive himself, Patrick Mahomes. We've got a great matchup. Let's hope it plays out on the field.
He's a CEO.
You have been watching the NFL Today at the Super Bowl on CBS Sports. Presented by Geico.
A 90-minute lunch break.
It's the champion.
Me and Taylor, all new after America's favorite sport.
Hunting man.
And football.
I'm Action 8 Chief Meteorologist Shane Butler. When dangerous weather threatens our area, we go Code Red on Action 8. Code Red means there's a significant threat for deadly storms. We don't go Code Red for every bad weather day, but when we do, you know it's serious.
For generations, hardworking people have relied on Ford F-Series trucks to help grow businesses, communities, families. A legacy of capability and technology that's made Ford F-Series America's best-selling trucks 47 years straight. This is the next generation of Built Ford Tough.
Now get 1.9% APR financing for 72 months on a 2023 Ford F-150. Only at your local Ford dealer.
70 years ago, with humble beginnings, ASE Credit Union was founded in the basement of the state capitol. Early on, our members were state employees, but as we grew, we were esteemed to offer our services to the entire community. Throughout the years, we've expanded to 9 locations in communities we're proud to have long-lasting relationships with. Let's celebrate our 70th milestone as we continue helping our members attain their dreams.
ASE Credit Union, your life, your cause, your ASE.
Donald Trump endorses Congressman Gary Palmer, saying, "Gary Palmer has my complete and total endorsement." Donald Trump says Gary Palmer is working hard to advance our America First agenda in Congress. Donald Trump says Gary Palmer is fighting to secure the border, strengthen our military, lower your taxes, defend our Second Amendment, and make America energy independent. On March 5th, vote for Donald Trump's candidate for Congress, Gary Palmer.
I'm Gary Palmer, and I approve this ad.
Keep your eyes on the weather with the exclusive Johnny Adams Law Firm Weather Camera Network on WAKA. From Montgomery to Opp, Troy to Lake Martin, and places in between, our cameras keep you covered. See the live Johnny Adams Law Firm Weather Camera Network on WAKA.
The Isaac Law Firm, protecting men and family court.
I'm going up now.
The Chiefs have taken the lead in Super Bowl 54.
Kansas City Chiefs are champions. Embrace this moment.
Mahomes is hurt. He'll get up limping. Don't underestimate how tough Patrick Mahomes is.
The kick is away and good.
The Chiefs Kingdom will raise a banner above the National Football League again.
The NFL Today at the Super Bowl on CBS Sports is presented by Intuit TurboTax.
And welcome back to the NFL Today at the Super Bowl, presented by Intuit TurboTax. You know, folks, they say the ceiling for some is the floor for the greats. And for Patrick Mahomes, excellence isn't just a goal, it's the baseline. As the quarterback gets ready for yet another Super Bowl, folks, he sat down with Nate to discuss the unique mindset that propels him and his squad as they stand on the verge of history.
How bad do you want it? Every single play, how bad do you want it? Everything you got, every single play, and let's find a way to get a win.
Mahomes slings it for the touchdown. The Chiefs have scored on a touchdown pass from Patrick Mahomes.
He's heading back to the Super Bowl for the 4th time in 5 years.
Here we are, the Super Bowl. Back like you never left. Congrats, how you feeling?
I'm feeling good, man. It's always good to be back and to be in the one in Vegas, the first one in Vegas, definitely was a goal of mine. Like I've been saying, we ain't done yet.
What's up with all the dad bod jokes, fam?
Yeah, you know, I got a bad angle, man. So I'm saying
They caught you at a bad angle.
Caught me at a bad angle. I'm saying hopefully we win this game. I might just take my shirt off right there in the middle of the field.
You gotta make sure it's a good angle, though.
And I need the upward angle. You know what I'm saying? When they come down, see the chest a little bit.
They caught you kind of front over.
Yeah, I'm kind of in a good spot right now. So I know it was a bad picture, but I'm gonna show everybody, man. I got a little bit something going. Still a dad bod, but not as bad as that picture made it look like.
And he wins 2 road games to make it to Las Vegas.
It never gets old, man.
Hell no.
Never gets old.
Miami, Buffalo, Baltimore, one of the toughest stretches of your career. What was it like to get through that gauntlet?
It was fun. It really was fun, and you could see it kind of shaping up to be that way. But you know you're going to have to face the best, and that's what you want in this sport is playing the best. And we played Miami in freezing weather, and then we played Buffalo up in cold Buffalo.
Touchdown, Kansas City!
Go to Baltimore, who have been the best team all year, and find a way to win that game. And then we're playing the 49ers this week, who's the best team all year as well. And so just being able to say that we took everybody's best shot and we were able to come out on the other side victorious, that'd be truly remarkable and something that I'm hoping we get to do.
When I think about you and the Chiefs, what comes to mind is Jordan and the Bulls. Jeter and the Yankees, Brady and the Patriots. What I mean by that is they love it when you're winning, but they hate you when you become dominant. Do you feel that way?
You definitely have gotten that sense this year. I think this is the year that it actually has kind of came out that way. That's part of it. Is you turn into that villain, you turn into that team that everybody doesn't want to win. You have to embrace that too in order to be great. And I think you've seen the greats do that in every sport. Whenever they start building dynasties and stuff like that, and we want to do that, and we want to stamp that with the Super Bowl win.
You used the word villain. I'm glad you brought that up because it feels good to be the hero in the NFL. But man, it's fun to play the villain. I see that smile on your face. You like playing the villain role?
I do, man, and I don't think I really understood it until this year. When you get in the playoffs and you're on the road and you know it's just you and your teammates versus everybody, it's a different perspective.
What does it feel like to be a living legend?
Man, honestly, it's something that I've always wanted to be, was just someone that could just maximize and be a great sports player and take advantage of all the opportunities. The living legend is something that I'll leave for other people to talk about.
No. Listen, I know you're a humble guy. I need you to tuck your humility inside your pocket right now. You know that you're one of the greats. You don't have to say it. I'll say it. Everybody else is saying it.
I think there's two things. One, like I said earlier, I never want to have any regrets. I think that's my biggest fear in anything in the world, is to not maximize the opportunities that I've had in my life. And I know I've been blessed with a lot of different things, and being on the Kansas City Chiefs, the time on the Kansas City Chiefs is one of them. And the second thing is I've seen greatness in front of me. I've seen Tom, I've seen Peyton, and I watched that growing up. And I want to do whatever I can that I can be that inspiration for the generation behind me. And I think it's a different way, but at the same time, I want guys to come up and say, hey, I want to be like that guy, and the way he carries himself on the field and off of it as well.
After Super Bowl 58, finish the sentence. The Kansas City Chiefs are
a dynasty.
It's hard not to get goosebumps when you listen to him talk, because this is a different Patrick Mahomes. Remember the young, precocious, big smile, willing to make everybody happy Patrick Mahomes? You know, happy to be a starter for the Chiefs Patrick Mahomes. Got his first Super Bowl Patrick Mahomes. This 28-year-old version of him, different. He embraced the villain role. He knows what it's like to be hated now. And that guy has been playing out of his mind in the playoffs, Phil.
Being hated sometimes is good.
Yeah.
You fight back or whatever. Bill, when you did the interview with Andy Reid, he says we hit rock bottom. Well, so did Patrick Mahomes. The way he was playing these last 4 games, he's been patient in the pocket, accurate throwing the football, no turnovers, just a different kind of court. Managing the game and doing what he is supposed to do, and it's one of the reasons why they've won these last 4 games.
Patrick Mahomes, he epitomizes leadership. He inspires the people around him. He deflects the praise. He accepts the criticisms. Earlier in the season, the receivers were dropping balls. He didn't throw anybody under the bus. He took it upon themselves. He is living in the now. There's not a guy more driven. There's not a guy more focused on the future. He's not thinking about what he's done. He's thinking about now being the very best that he can be and everything else that goes with it. If you want to jump on that bus, jump along with Patrick Mahomes. He'll take you to a place you haven't been before.
Ooh. Guys, I heard him talk about us against the world. I've heard the 49ers talk about us against the world. I'm trying to figure out who the world's rooting for, because apparently it's everybody against both of these teams. But I think that speaks volumes to what got these teams here.
Yes.
They always have a chip on their shoulder. They always feel like they have to work harder. They always feel like they're the underdog and they have to do something special, and they've done it so far.
I think the Lions, everybody would have been rooting for.
I agree with that.
I mean, but here's the thing about Patrick Mahomes, and you hit on it, Phil. It's a nuanced brilliance the way he's playing the position. It's not spectacular numbers. And you want to say managing the game, that's fine. But Tom Brady learned that around this time in his career. What it takes to win, what it takes to lead. How do your teammates react to you on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, when you dress on your way to the game? All of those little nuanced things, he has now figured all of that out, which is dangerous for the rest of the NFL.
Before we move on, let me just say, Nate, that was not an interview. That was a conversation. And what you got out of him was truth. You know what? I said this before, but Marquez Valdez-Scantling, when he talked about Lamar saying 8 different 15 different. 15 he different. Gets it, and he is flat out awesome. Hey, folks, standing across the field from Patrick Mahomes will be the young Brock Purdy. And for more on that signal caller, let's head down to Jason McCourty and Matt Ryan.
Yeah, Brock Purdy looks good in warm-ups, and I've been in this position that Brock Purdy is in, playing in a Super Bowl against the best quarterback of your generation. And when you're doing that, you have to realize it's not all on you, right? You can't put too much pressure on yourself. You have to trust your teammates when you're out there.
And he's done such a great job of that. And there's been so much conversations behind Brock Purdy, manager, changer, and all of those things. The one thing I know from playing, if you have a quarterback late in the fourth quarter with the ball in his hands and you have the confidence that he can go down there and win the game, what Brock Purdy has done in these playoffs, you have a guy that you can win with.
He looked calm warming up, too. Like,
yes.
We saw most of the warm-up. He looked really good warming up. I expect him to come out and play sharp.
All right, folks, thank you so very much. As we take a look at yet another superstar, Nate elicited the best out of him. That is Usher. And folks, as we head to break, we're getting closer to kickoff inside Allegiant Stadium. We've got a lot more coming your way after this.
Marcus is a connoisseur of anything that's free. So he was happy to read the disclaimer on TurboTax Free Edition.
Roughly 37% of taxpayers qualify. Form 1040 and limited credits only. See how at TurboTax.com. That's me!
File your taxes 100% free with TurboTax Free Edition and get your max refund guaranteed.